Alright friends, I've got a treat for you. Take a look at this. The new Microsoft Flight Sim. The reason I bring it to you is I know many of you have flown with me before, the lucky ones. And I do appreciate your company when we did those flights. However, not everyone did. And so I wanted to bring the view of flying back to the friends who didn't come out flying with me at any point. Take a look at how good this looks. This is an in-game view of the North Shore of Ohio, out and around Cleveland. Just east of downtown right now, you can see the CSU building going just below us down there in the window. Kind of over the medical center, between downtown and the medical center. Burke Lakefront Airport, straight ahead. Isn't this sunrise amazing? Look at that. KeyBank Tower, Brown Stadium on the right, Cuyahoga River, all the overlapping highways that you guys all remember and have been up and down numerous times. The Science Center there, right in the bottom right. So yeah, sit back, enjoy. I'll point out a couple of things here and there. And then we'll make a beer run at Giant Eagle on Royalton Road at the end, because we can. Here we are, just west of downtown, Whiskey Island there, in the volleyball courts and other things they have there in the shoreline. The old Coast Guard station, very bottom left. Some of the iron ore offload points, and one of the tankers is actually sitting there in the harbor recreated. Any of you that have gone boating, Edgewater launch ramp, right there next to the treatment plant. You can see a couple of the boat ramps. The marina here is empty. You can see a couple of docks, but usually that's a lot more filled up, a little bit of air on that one. And then here's Edgewater Park. Parking lot down there in the Long Beach, of course. We'll make a quick lap over this. Sometimes you see those paragliders out on the hill that was to the right. Battery Park here behind Edgewater. Boy, that's beautiful. Look at that. It's a game. Some boat storage here. Some of the sailboats even have their sails recreated there. There's the boat launch again at Edgewater. And I know most of you have been through all this before, but driving around, but you can take a look at what it looks like from the air now. Something that I used to see every day, instructing like crazy when I did back at Cleveland. There's the main lift bridge at the entrance to Cuyahoga River, just to the right there. Tower City, see some of the downtown square and other tall buildings in the area there. Brown Stadium, just out the right window. Even says it right on the front. Science Center on the right, and then of course Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, SS Mather there at the bottom. Boy, this is a familiar sight. If I had $1 for every approach I did to this runway. Just bring it down, nice and easy. Just a little kiss. Like kissing your sister, just a little touch. And there you go. I'm going to slew the time of day here to daytime. We'll do another lap around the city. Then we're going to go home. We're actually going to follow the roads all the way back to the house. Check out the neighborhood. Check out some of the local stuff that I know most of you have probably seen before. Again, from the ground. But maybe you can enjoy from the air too. Alright, here we go. No major agenda here, so I change the flaps and pin it to win it. And we're out of here. Take a look at the cockpit. Look at how nice this looks. The shadows are great. The panel looks real. This is not in VR. This is just the 2D version still. I'm just using a little thumbstick to slew around the camera. And there's the outside. This is a Diamond 20, sometimes called the Katana. One of the airplanes I used to train in very frequently, every day when I was a flight instructor in Cleveland. We're breaking all the rules right now, making this hard ride over the airport and over the highway here. This is a hard no-no, but we're in the game, so we can and we will. Because damn it, it's efficient. All right, head back downtown. Take another lap of the city, check out some cool stuff, and hit the Jake. Darn right, it's still called the Jake. See the rest of Burke Lakefront Airfield here on the right. Some of you might have gone to the air shows in the past. I used to actually do IndyCar races there as well on the airport grounds. Still moving over East Cleveland here. All right, here we go, getting into downtown. See if you guys can spot something that you know or remember. Many of you have worked downtown or lived downtown, at least been through downtown. Here comes Jacobs Field on the right-hand side. And boy, is that beautifully modeled. Look at that. And check out this. This is real cool. When we make the corner here, it says the Indians right on the scoreboard. Can you believe that? Fantastic. Tower City, coming up on the left. It's so detailed, if you can pick it out. I know my dad's going to take a look at this. The fireboat for Cleveland in the harbor here on the Cuyahoga River is actually in place down there at the fire station. Tiniest little boat. When they mapped it, it's all in there. Leave a comment on what you guys recognize of places you've been or places you lived. Here come the flats, left and right side of the river. The old powerhouse and the aquarium that's there now. It looks like the flats are actually were still in construction at the time that they took the snapshot of all of this scenery to load into the game, because it didn't look quite complete if I were to roll back and see where we are. But here what we're going to do is head south away from town, just kind of meander along the Cuyahoga here and break off, and we're going to use the roads themselves to navigate to back home. There's one last look at the city. I mean, it's dead on. That looks great. Back inside now. Just cruising. Here I'm looking at the left side, trying to spot some of the highways that we'll need to get home. Just looking for 77, that's all. And I'll pick it up here in a minute. You can see some of the steel mills here on the right side. That building there specifically usually has a lot of steel rolls sitting in the parking lot. They manufacture some kind of steel they put into a giant roll bundle. You usually see them when you're going up and down the highway. some of the big steel mills there in the top right. All right, here we go. 77 is underneath us now, and we're heading south out of downtown. We're already past 490. And if you guys notice the terrain, just a little bit, you'll see it starts to dip into the 480 Valley View area. You might be able to spot the Valley View and Cinemark and all that stuff on the left. I think it's a ways out there in the distance. But here comes the I480 bridge, east and west. Still can't get over how good the inside of this plane looks. I mean, that is exactly how it looks. We got tons of time in this particular model and became quite familiar. Looks great. There you go, I480 Interchange. Most of you have probably taken that, 480 East to 77 South exit ramp right there plenty of times. And head south here. These green buildings, or excuse me, brown buildings on the right with the green roofs. You've probably all seen those 100 times. Here comes Rockside Road. Rockside Road interchange there, and that's east into Independence, down Rockside. I love that they put cars on the highway. Independence High School, right there on the left. Coming up on Pleasant Valley and its exits. It's like 7 hills there to the west of the highway. Pleasant Valley exit and interchange coming off. And then up here on the left again, the Cuyahoga Valley Church. You guys have probably all seen that church right there in the parking lot. And with the parking lot there, right at the Wallings and 77 interchange. And I'll do a quick hard left, hard right, not only to get you a view of that church, which is such an easy landmark to pick out, but also to kind of give us a view of us getting off the highway here. Here you can see the 77 South exit. Right onto Wallings Road. I'm curious if you guys can also find certain things that might be time-based on this scenery. That'd be kind of interesting. You can guess when the scenery was captured from Bing Maps, where they pulled it from. Maybe like if you built a pool, or you changed the color of your house, or you happen to notice that they extended a parking lot or something in some place that you know, and you happen to spot it, and you're like, oh wait, that's that must be from pre 2018, because we didn't put this extension on our house yet, and it's showing the old plan frame. All right, here comes Broadview Road. Family Video sitting right there on the corner, green roof. You all know it. We're going to make a turn south here onto Broadview Road. Keep cruising along. We're close. What I'm doing here is crossing over the road, and we're going to make a right turn into Quail Run. Here it comes right here. Quail Run directly below us now. The Jerks pool at the end of the street there. You can see Ignatiak's pool already. Workus' pool in their backyard. Workus has got the brown house there just in front of the leading edge of the wing. Right above the wing now. My house itself is actually buried in the trees. You can see Kozlowski's house next to us, but we do have quite a bit of trees around our house. You can't see them. Take a look at the pools of people's backyards. You can pick it all out, guys. I mean, it's all right there. It's pretty incredible. Fulmer's house and the little patio awnings that they've installed over the back of their home there. That's a fairly recent change. So mostly up to date. Isn't that cool? Look at that. See Creekview Village behind us to the south. So yeah, if you see your house, throw it in the comments. Let me know. Alright, here comes a crowd pleaser. The Broadview Heights Fields, right under the left wing. That's them right there. The tennis courts, little maintenance shack. That's right there. The old City Hall grounds, which are empty now. We're just going to keep cruising along the road here to down to Royalton 82. The Boneyard with its red roof entrance right in the corner there. You guys all know it. Going east on 82 Royalton Road. And I thought this was funny. You'll see the Giant Eagle here in a minute. And it even says Giant Eagle right in the front of the building. Here's the 77 Route 82 interchange there. You look back at the giant little red roof on the top. Still cruising along east on 82. The Brecksville Water Tower. A bit of a glitch there with the trees around the water tower, but you look really close, you can actually see it says Brecksville on the tower, which is really cool in my opinion. I don't actually know how they get that information. There's obviously instances like this all around the world, and somehow they've used satellite footage to paint that on the side of an object that they've then also rendered as 3D off the ground. Pretty awesome. Here's Brecksville Square. You can see the church tower there just over the wingtip, and Home Days down where the old Central School stadium is. Central School is just off the back of the wing there. It's in a U shape. You can also spot it by the incinerator chimney. That's in the back. There's a little bit of a glitch here as well with the scenery has come out green. That's an error with when the picture was taken originally for like Google Earth or Bing Maps or whatever it is. And it just never got corrected, so kind of unusual to see that. You can see if you look in the distance, it's actually for quite a long ways. Some of the fields there to the right where you get into like the rec center and things like that. I think that's a Giant Eagle and a Heinen's straight below us. Yeah, pretty cool. Here's Larson Lumber, right in front of the wing. You guys all know where that is. We're headed up to the high school. I'll make a quick jog here to the right. You can see Hilton down below. There's Hilton there, just in the window. And then high school, the baseball and softball fields, the tennis courts, lower parking lot. Middle school to the right in the middle school parking lot, and then the high school track, football field, senior lot, and the high school itself up at the top. And they got the details down. I mean, even the auditorium of the middle school with all the curtains and things tucked into the ceiling, taller than the rest of the buildings. We got the B right in the middle of the Brecksville field. That's pretty cool. The bandstands, the regular stands. Boy, that senior lot could use some work, couldn't it? Goodness. There you go. Who remembers doing the One Tree Hill shoot out there, right in the parking lot? That's exactly what it looked like, guys. What we did is stuck a camera out the window. It's the exact same thing. Alright, so I'm going to reconnect back here to 82. I just had the kind of a random idea that I'm going to stop in at Giant Eagle. Because we can. And you'll see why landing on a regular public road, most people think, oh, if the engine dies, we'll just glide here and land on a public road. Right here, I'm coming in mega hot. This is super duper hot for this landing, so I'm doing S-turns to add drag and also increase the distance that I have to fly before I land. That helps me dissipate the engine. But watch this. Like, oh yeah, sure, we can land on this nice road. This would be great for an emergency. Oh crap, cars. Cars everywhere. What do we do? Well, luckily you can't hit the cars in the game. But that is exactly why landing on a road is not always the best option. This road clearly is a little rough on the mapping. And as you get closer to the ground, the details are a little more rough. But here we are. Landed successfully. And damage is on, so I didn't break it. It's good news. Make a quick U-turn here. And we're going to go try to pull into the Giant Eagle parking lot. See how that goes. Just ignore the cars here. Ignore that car. Limousine. Look out for this guy. There it is, Giant Eagle on the left. Bump in the road. Make sure we use a turn lane here. How many of you guys have done this? And make a left into the lot. You're gonna have to be careful around these little artifacts of it trying to draw the ground of the entire planet. All planets in this game. You can see it's real rough, and there's pretty apocalyptic. There's weeds in the middle of the road, and the road painting is marginal. But again, we make the left. Got to go up the hill, but this puppy's got a wingspan, so we're going to check to make sure we don't drag that fingertip down the side of the cliff. But there it is, Giant Eagle. Oh, look at the cars. The system realizes that there's something in the parking lot. It thinks it's some kind of terrain. Really, it's the cars. You can see the cars painted poorly between the parking spaces, but it doesn't realize those are just parked cars. It just draws them as best it can by the information it's got. And we're going to see if we can't pull into the lot here. That's a big hump. Oh, jeez. That was Prop Strike City right there. There's no way you'd get over this without any damage. Not in this plane. But hey, pin it to win it. I've got the hammer down. Squeeze it over the top. Don't let the owner see what you're doing. Oh, watch out the cars. We'll see, we can't park it in. That's tight. I don't know if it's going to work. Oh. And we tapped our wingtip. didn't like